Not a country in the world like Malaysia. 137 different languages spoken here. What does, you know, a couple like us, a foreign couple, eat in their first week in Malaysia? You know, if you don't feel like Nasi Lam and Nasi Lemak, you can have Nasi Kandar, you can have Roti Canai, and if you don't want Roti Canai and Nasi Kandar, you can also have Char Kway Teow. Just eating chicken.
It's a bit nice.
Right, we are back in KL. Our favourite city in the world. Question is what did we eat in the first week that we came back to Malaysia? See, we lived in Malaysia for nearly half a year, and we ate food here every day, especially during lockdown. We'd get takeouts nearly every day from all sorts of different places. So when we did finally leave Malaysia, it left a little hole in our hearts, not gonna lie. It was something we always thought about, and always something that said we want to come back to Malaysia, and it was a place that we felt we didn't get to complete. Saying that, what does, you know, a couple like us, a foreign couple, eat in their first week in Malaysia?
We ate a lot.
We ate a lot, didn't we? I think we spent the last 2 years trying to recreate Malaysia. When we had left, we had to try Roti Canai in all sorts of different countries. We tried to have Malaysian food in London, in Indonesia, all sorts of different places, in Turkey, but it was never ever close enough for us.
Yeah, so we probably spent the first week trying to eat everything we missed, plus trying the new vegetarian places and stuff.
Of course.
Came out.
Oh, there's so much. Malaysia has got so good even better for vegetarians. Malaysia's always been a food paradise, but let me tell you, it's even better for veggies nowadays. So, week one, when we came back, we were talking about this whole way here. We travelled for 3 days to get back to Malaysia, 3 days. And there was only one way we were really going to kick this off on our first day. And obviously, if you know us, we went for Roti Canai, obviously. TG's. And if anyone knows TG's is an ultimate joint in Bukit Bintang that has been around for years, I think years, and a long old time, because it's something we missed the most when we finally left Malaysia all those years ago. You agree?
You tried to chat to the guy as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if we knew it. I don't think we did. But you tried to chat to him. We got really scared.
I was talking to him. Then we didn't actually have that much that day. We went out to Hijao, didn't we?
We were a bit jet lagged.
We were jet lagged.
Very early dinner at Hijao, which is it's a new place, no?
Yeah.
It didn't exist in 2010.
So Hijao is a fairly new vegetarian restaurant, taking a vegetarian spin on Malaysian classics. On the first day, for the first dinner, day one, Hijao, we had a vegetarian version of a nasi padang and a nasi caribou as well, which is the blue rice, the famous blue rice. It's a northern Malaysian traditional food which has used blue rice and pandan, I think, if I remember rightly.
It's quite impressive.
It was really
nice.
good. Right, day two, right. So we're starting to get settled in now. Jet lag is still heavily upon us. There was only one other place we a couple of places really needed to go, and we need to go for some nasi campur. But if you've ever seen any of our videos, you've seen us post about Sweet Veggie before. Sweet Veggie is a nasi campur place serving probably 30 plates of food, so you can just basically get up there and get stuck in. All vegetarian, and the food has not changed in years, has it, Giulia?
No, in a good way.
It only cost us about 16 ringgit, which isn't a great deal when you consider how much Kuala Lumpur now costs. Later that day, we obviously went to Petling Street. We also went
I took you to a very nice Chinese bakery.
What was it called?
It's called
Fong Wong
Biscuit.
Fong Wong Biscuit, which is a century-old bakery serving up old kind of Chinese heritage biscuits in Malaysia. And
it's any kind of like pastries and stuff, even savoury ones. They obviously we normally can't have, but we have some really nice kaya roll. And we also had some strange cream biscuit,
and
which
a biscuit,
is also very nice.
and a biscuit, a filled biscuit was really, really good. But my gosh, having kaya again for the first time in Malaysia. Let me tell you, Malaysia, there's nowhere that has kaya like you guys do. We had it in Indonesia, just wasn't the same. It was some kaya jam, and it never tasted the same.
Yeah, we tried really hard to find it.
Malaysia, you do it differently, let me tell you. We then had mochi, which is in Petaling Street, and we had some tofu pho as well. Right, we're next in queue now. Hello, satu botol kecil dan tofu pho.
Yeah, it's much more. Tastes much more flavors.
This is actually one of our favourite desserts. We make this we make something like this at home. Soft
We try.
I make this as good as that. What are you talking about? This one's slightly better than. I mean, already you can see all the diversity. We've had Indian, we've had Chinese, we've had Malaysian, we've had all these different combinations already, and we're only day 2 at the moment. Later that day, what did we have?
Banana leaf.
We had banana leaf as well for dinner. So a banana leaf. We went to Banana Bros at day 3. Right, we're almost nearly halfway there now. Day 3, we went to, where did we go for breakfast in the morning?
To the local Roti Canai we could find.
We went to a local Roti Canai place called Restaurant Ikiwan, and we had some really, really nice Roti Canai in there. Teh-tarik. Oh mate, you can't go wrong. Only cost us something like 8 ringgit, I think. Into lunchtime, what did we have? Right, so we went to this place called Hainan Old Town Coffee, or Old Town Hainan Coffee. I can't remember the name, but you know it's a chain. It was in a mall. Anyway, they were serving up deep fried bean curd. Well, so I thought. And I thought, yeah, why the hell not? I've had all this great vegetarian food since I've been back, and Malaysia is flipping great for vegetarians these days. Well, let me tell you. Deep fried bean curds. No, it's bean curd.
With chicken.
Fuck. I think that's definitely chicken. It says deep fried bean curd. I swear that's just eating chicken.
It's a bit naive. I think you're cleaning yourself by in the cucumber.
I thought it was vegetarian friendly. It's not. Like looks like it could be bean curd. Smells like chicken. I think it is chicken. I mean, the menu it said deep fried bean curd. Didn't mention chicken at all. It wasn't actually bean curd. I bit into it and kind of chilled it down for a minute.
I did try to warn you. You wouldn't be vegetarian.
And then I did realise, it dawned on me, hey, this isn't bean curd. This is chicken wrapped in bean curd. Malaysia. I ate my first piece of meat in God knows how many years, and in Malaysia.
You enjoyed it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was good. I think I spent about 12 ringgit on it. 12 ringgit for a couple of slices of cucumber that I did eat. So, obviously, when you date an Italian, for dinner we went and had pizza. We had sourdough. Sourdough pizza is a Neapolitan-style pizza, and they do proper pizza here. Fair enough to this place. It's called Heritage Pizza.
I think
Day 4, we went to a place called Yuk Ki, another traditional place with some kaya toast and coffee, some traditional coffee. Right, okay, so it's nearly 100 years old, this place. It's a real operation here. Right. Man, I'll tell you what it is paella and the Chinese coffee they do in these places is like one of life's many, many treats. Let me tell you, that is breakfast of champions. Malaysia, that is the ultimate weekend meal for me. Roti Canai in the week, kaya toast and coffee on the weekends.
they had some long they're making.
No, the long and drink.
A long and drink.
Yeah, we had a long and drink. Uncle Yang's long and drink, which was actually really, really good. Now, lunchtime, we went for Blue Boy. You guys have already seen the Blue Boy video, so you know all about it. But again, nasi campur.
Have changed, but all dishes are still as good as they used to be.
Yeah, incredible. And then obviously we were near Kampung Baru, we were staying. You know, we had to go out for some Indonesian food where there is a real lot of Indonesian places there. So we went out for some pichel and gado-gado. Day 5, we went for Roti Canai at Mansion Tea Stall. Yeah, Roti Canai again. It's day 5, we've already had Roti Canai 3 times. So they're super friendly. We stood across the road because we were trying to eye up if there's space. And the guy was like, you want to come in for food? It's very good though. I think so the roti plant has arrived. As you can see, it's crispy. Told you we love Roti Canai.
I mean, we had it less than usual, to be honest.
Yeah, we normally eat it almost every day. Then at lunch we had Laksa. We had a nice big bowl of Laksa.
We had one of those like big pots of fruit teas. My favourite.
And then dinner, we actually went out and had Indonesian again. We went to an Indonesian place near Kampung Baru called, I can't remember what it's called, it's the Javanese place. It was, well, we had tofu goreng, we had tempeh goreng, really, really good.
It was Jawa Anur.
Jawa Anur, yeah, that's it. Malaysia, you're the food paradise of the world,
Yeah,
I think.
super affordable.
We're in the end of the week now. Day 6, we started off with brunch with Blue Boy again. Nasi campur, I did say it's our favourite style of food. You know, you can mix all sorts of different dishes. Depends on how you're feeling that day.
Different ones from the first time as well. They don't always have.
Then for dinner, we went to a place called Queen Bee, a curry house, or a fusion curry place. Finally, on day 7, we went for the big Nasi Lemak, and we went for a long tong.
I had some strange dish that it's popular on weddings or something. I can't remember what the name is like.
So the dish Giulia had is a traditional wedding. It's usually served at traditional weddings. We don't actually know the name. It was like a rendang we've never had before. We've had vegetarian rendang before, and it's very different. This was a very, very different one. But it was cool. It's like a Nasi Lemak style dish. It had the peanuts. Anyway, for dinner, kind of fried telur with tofu, fried tofu from a place in Kampung Baru. A little kind of takeout place. I didn't properly film. We didn't cook at home at all this whole week. We ate out the whole time. And let me tell you, how many different cultures played into that. You know, there's a lot more options, and still we're finding more and more things. It was one hell of a first week back, and you know, we are so joyed to be back and be able to eat the food that we missed for so long. You know, it sounds, you know, it doesn't sound like a long time, but let me tell you, 6 months when you're in lockdown, you're not allowed to leave the house. The thing you look forward to most in the day is your food, your meal, you know. And Malaysia kept us going through that time, and you know, that was all we could think about when we left. This is why this video is so disjointed, because it was never meant to be a video. We never thought we'd film it. We'd filmed some stuff and there were going to be different videos. We thought, why not show everyone what we ate in our first week? What us boule, us foreigners, us Mat Saleh, we eat, you know. Anyway, big ups, give us a like, a subscribe, or whatever you want to do. You don't have to do anything, it's fine. If you do, big ups, give us a shout on Instagram. We always speak to people on Instagram. The reason we do this is actually because we've made so many friends in the process with local people. We've had plenty of good lunches with some really nice local people since we've been back.
We like local advice.
And yeah, out on the next one, huh?